Hey, hello, welcome to this very stream. Surprise game audio in the middle of that sentence. What we are doing today is I need to load up live split. There it is. So, if we quickly just go to... No. If we quickly just go to versus, you can see we have the average cart. We also don't have an emblem, I've noticed. But, yeah, let's design an emblem. What is the most average emblem? It's probably brown. That is not brown. Yeah, no, we'll... Oh, actually, one of these would be like the most average emblem. What's like the coolest emblem here? Like the Mario one. Not a great color. We just like make our emblem be Mario. Mario's eyes are blue, aren't they? There's this weird, like, tuft of hair as well. Mario's eyes blue. I wonder where I can see a photo of Mario. Is that Mario, guys? That can be our average emblem for this average stream. I honestly have no idea what the B Goner is. But yeah, we also do have a few other carts in this one. I got the Sad Bomber. Ignore the weight stat. The weight stat gets all stupid when you modify the visual graphic of it. And arguably these graphics are completely meaningless. We do have the Golden Mantis. The best egg, I nearly said 10,000, it's only 1,000. I'll let you try and pronounce that. But I just got like random letters. And I think that's it. I don't think anyone else has, there's no Sadliner here, is there? No. I don't remember if Sadliner's a different card or not. But I specifically needed the, average cart, and if I feel like it, I may also do Sadliner. I know, not Sadliner, the Sad Bomber. Did I say this in order? Yeah, that's all correct. So, let's put the stylus back in the console. Right click to make sure our hotkeys are global. They were not. And we shall hit the road. 3, 2, wait. Oh, 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. It appears we do have the random cart stats. I don't remember how good the random cart is, but hopefully it doesn't break things. But I think the main thing we just don't, we need to make sure that we didn't get the was Waluigi in the Gold Mantis? Because the CPUs can get a bit stupid if they do use the correct cart, so to say. But yeah, this cart is literally, I just got all the cart stats in item slot list.dat, and I just got the most, I just averaged them out. I don't remember if I got the most average number, or if I just got the average value. I think it was probably average value. Not most middling number. I forgot what that's called in terms of statistics. I feel like saying median. I think median is when you get like when you go to the closest value in the middle, and then mean is like the average value, like add all divide by amount. It's been a while since I've done high school statistics. But yeah, this card doesn't feel too bad. Look at that Mario emblem. It reminds me a lot of just like regular standard Mario. Surprisingly. Probably because I think this card is most similar to the standard Mario, because the standard Mario has like the most average stats. But I think the most middling MT is actually those belonging to the standard Peach and standard Waluigi. This is a lot better than like the Tyrant and the Royale to play as. Ow. So I do wonder, what is this card actually gonna be near? Some smooth lines. This thing plays well. Probably because the last round I played with goddamn Tractor and that just sucked. But you probably saw in like F8C as well that the off-road of this is garbage. Carts on average have a lot worse off-road than the good carts. Because Mario Kart DS is really linear. Stat-wise, to be honest. There's not a lot of like specialization carts. It's more you've got the high-speed carts that suck in off-road, and the low-speed carts that are good in off-road. And by accident, the low-speed carts that are good in off-road are also good at PRB and snaking. Then there's Peach cards, which are special. Yeah. Things like Bowser's cards can snake, but they can't speed or MT. You got like Dry Bomber or Dry Bones' cards, which can MT and snake, but they can't speed. Then you got like Peach, who can't snake, but also can't speed. And I think everyone else kind of just sits in the middle of that. With this card, sitting in the exact middle. Also, by the way, purely coincidentally, this card happens to be on the 2 card slot, two item stat luck, which would be the average if you got all of them. Technically, no, actually no, standard strike guy would be true luck, so it doesn't actually affect anything at all. But also, comically, this hack or the big ROM I'm playing on, which is Kart Snatch Shenanigans, I think it's called, is this pack was made before we knew that item luck actually does something. So unfortunately, the best egg and the golden mantis do indeed have the worst item luck, despite being the best of their tier. But how was I supposed to know? And also, considering I wasn't changing like hitboxes or anything like that, I wasn't really dealing with making first stream you've been able to catch this year. Yeah, I mean, I was wondering, you're like, oh, how late am I? Because, you know, it's only like we're only 6 minutes into the run. But yeah, the first stream of the year. That means you're this thing can dodge a blue shell. Yeah, that means you're an entire like a month. Did I get a new microphone? No. I do need to get a new microphone. This microphone's playing up. I also see Lucas. Is this your first stream this year? Damn. We're using the average Mario. We're using the standard cart. I just go through puberty again. Blame it on like temperature. I'm actually overheating. I need to take this jumper off. How recently were details items that worked out? You're in testing age, you go and find out how likely to get shocks. We're way less likely to get shocks. I mean, I don't know how long it was till people discovered that the item luck does something, because like a lot of people were like, oh, but I feel like on high item luck vehicles I'm getting better items. But then, you know, mods were like, no, it actually doesn't do anything. But then I think in 2024? I don't actually remember how long ago it was found. Mario is cool numbers. Found out the actual value, or the actual code behind it. And so it's basically like, there are like 5 items from basically, I think it's like triple greens, triple reds, triple mushroom. No, I don't think triple mushrooms. Triple bananas. Okay, I thought we were going to get bullied by Pokey a lot more there. What are the other items? Goldens, bullets. Booze. Bloopers was one of them. They all get they're the items that get affected by item luck. So small carts get those items less frequently, and big carts get them more frequently. But notably, the blue shell and the lightning are not part of the item range that gets affected. So, yeah, they technically get more, that you're technically more likely to get them on a small cart. Now, this thing's terrible at off-road, so I'm not going to go through there. I mean, I remember in a, in the last Jeb, I think, Japanese Exchange Battle online thing, I tested all 3 of Rob carts. Because I'm really bad at the game. And so I tested all 3 of Rob's carts. To see, would its item luck gonna carry me, and it didn't. I did just as bad in all of them. I think I did the best in the BLS. You only need the items that affected the time trial mushroom quantity as a kid. That's what it used to be believed as well for most of the game's history. What's really stupid is, what's his face? Ream? Or something? Did a short talking about the item stat, thing. 20 months? I forgot, I need to ask to see if the text box works, because I got that fixed, and just no members have been renewing their things, so... Oh, YouTube said, oh, we fixed it, we should be allowed, but also I remember you've got, like, stupid Android client. So for the mic settings, just go through puberty again and you sound different. You already sent that. I don't think I've messed with mic settings. If I could try my live using any MKDS card, what would it be? Sadliner. How do you meant to answer that question? I didn't respond the first time. I mean, I would be concerned if I went through puberty again. That was, honestly, I have really nothing to come about that. No, it has to be vanilla cart. Standard, hey. Standard HH. Probably good, but you can't pick it. I knew that was gonna happen. You got a Switch 2 over Christmas? Nice. Like, you personally got one, or you got, like, gifted it? You wish World had 200cc, it feels so slow. I feel like, I've heard that's a complaint. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they held that back as, like, DLC. Because Mario Kart 8 had, DLC. Gifted? That's epic. I still haven't, seen a Switch 2. Game! CGGP Nitro should have 200cc. I don't really think so, because physics in Mario Kart DS is kind of stupid. Like, because yeah, if you nosedive, landing is really janky and not very fun if you land in a nosedive. But you need to, like, if you want to add something like fast falling. And then also, yeah, it's just like it's just a bit the air control in Mario Kart, this is not it, and then they'll probably also want to add more than just like, oh, you can now be faster. You earn money now, you know, living in the world and others for money. That is epic. I wish that could be me. Especially because YouTube did really well in November and it got my hopes up, and then I got completely mocked at in December and January. So I do actually have a few ideas for restyling the YouTube shorts. which mostly comes down to figuring out how to redo the subtitles and getting into this scary realm of motion graphics, which I have not touched since uni, and to be honest, I barely touched them in uni. Have I considered McDonald's? No. I have a degree. I'm sorry you're in another country with bad internet. That is completely fair. You went to Australia? That cup went a lot worse than the first cup. I think it was mostly due to pinball though. I don't know how I fully read that before I deleted it. Because reading is a lot faster than, because looking at things is a lot faster than saying them aloud. No, rural Ireland. Oh, that's epic. Don't have anything to say about Ireland. What on earth does that mean? Oh my god, the red shells. Oh, the item luck. Another go stream. They updated the moderator icon? The Reverend Turn Ultra about 3 priests. Updated mod icon means I'm more important now. It also looks really good because you currently got the Streamliner icon for the membership. So it's like very blue. Very not really not color. Ooh. Oh. This DK pass, I think it's going worse than Waluigi Pinball. The icon now looks like an antivirus. It kind of does. But I feel like that's not... I feel like that's just the most, antiviruses like using that little shield icon. So did you buy MKDS? Heck yeah. Why'd I use heck? I'm allowed to say hell on these streams. Just, I don't remember what the moderator icon used to look like. Yo, I want to complain about, talk about antiviruses. Yesterday, I'm on my computer and I noticed that on Windows, I've got a little icon. It was a wrench. Yo, that's true. Oh, was it a wrench or a spanner? And what's the difference between the two? But, yeah, so on Windows, you know, you got your Windows Defender, and in the little drop-down box, like, you know, where you, like, eject your, USB sticks, or you would eject your USB sticks and other garbage. There's a little icon there saying, oh, there's a, what's it called? There's a thing, there's a security alert. I'm like, oh, okay, oh no. And, yeah, so I click on it, and it's like, oh, get OneDrive to back up your files, just in case. I'm like, what the heck? That's not a security alert. That's a security tip. That's what you say when I'm already on the page dealing with another alert or just doing a general scan. Not something you're like, oi, come here for. I gotta love Windows. There's a reason I'm still on 10. Why is it 780p? Whoa. Slightly above HD. Why is it 720p? Because the Australian internet is not good enough. You're at a 2K bitrate as well. Why do I feel like I become a Linux user one day? I have a Linux box. I hate it. I have a Linux box, so there's a few like DS homebrew things I wanted to do, and I had the computer parts. Except the RAM. Thankfully, I found RAM for a reasonable price. Give me like run Linux on my main machine. Apparently DVR sucks on Linux. And it's not, and it's decent on Windows. And really good on macOS, but I hate macOS. I can't stand how macOS looks. The problem is, like, modern Mac laptops are so good for video editing. Like, you know, you can have a laptop that'll rival my entire PC. Or will actually do better than my entire PC. And it's a laptop. People just tell me, use wine or something. I don't know how that works for everything. My favorite thing about, you know, people saying use wine is, how? You put a new game on your Wii's disk drive, but you accidentally wiped everything. RIP. I feel like every bad cart we use, it's always about one slap slower than the best time I've got. Actually, no, these are against PB splits. I think when we were doing the tractor, I had similar things, but that was against average splits. I should have put a poll up saying, will this be faster or slower than standard? Than the true standard Mario. Personally, you could learn to use Linux if you wanted, though. I feel like that's most people. Like, I could learn to use macOS. I could use Linux OS. Like, they do have to be a functional. Like, they wouldn't be popular if they sucked. Other times it failed spectacularly. That is a, There's quite the, gaps of silences. Are you just putting the shield icon in front of every message you're sending? You use wine to run to an exe file on your Mac. Don't remember how it worked, TBH? Yeah. The thing that's really annoying is, so there's a piece of Nintendo DS homebrew that I want to get to work, which is a, what it does is it's meant to copy your screen to a DS. Because, you know, I want to use my DS as a gaming monitor. The problem is that it doesn't work. It's another blue shell? Hello. Yeah, but like, you know, it's like a Python script essentially. There's an application you learn on the DS and a Python script you run on your Linux box, and like apparently it's made for Ubuntu, and Linux Mint is apparently Ubuntu based, and but yeah, it doesn't work, and I don't know why. I wonder if I need a like a proper, more fresh Ubuntu. That bounced off the sign. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have enough Linux. I don't know enough Linux nerds. Play Mario Kart DS on desktop on the DS screen gaming monitor. Now, what the most comical part is that like the only like esport game I have is Rainbow Six Siege, but that obviously has a that has kernel-based anti-cheat in it. I'm pretty sure. So I can't run it on Linux. I don't think I could run it on Linux even if I wanted to. So I would... I'll need a capture card out the Windows monitor into the Linux box, and then have that go to the DS. Use Linux Mint in a VM once. Because the program you want to legit only supported Linux. Yeah. The good about Linux is I can use it as a DS hotspot. So heck yeah. Talk about that like weird spin I got. Remember that as a kid, you thought Mario was taking... You thought Mario said take a this, you thought take a D. You don't know what he meant. When will sample wag their fluffy... You think the... Would Sample's tail even be fluffy? A fox's tail's fluffy? I mean, Sample's not a fox technically, but he takes after one, so... I made a not a comic, like it's an image. I mean, like what people expect, what it'll probably be like to have Sample wag their tail. You've been considering selling your DSI and all this stuff. You don't really use them that much. You plan on moving, means you probably have less stuff to move. A DS isn't really that well. A DS isn't really that big, and like they're kind of a nice thing. Is it a regular DS or? I mean, I suppose the other question also, do you have a oh darn it. Do you have any other DS consoles? Because like if you already had like a DS Lite or a 3DS or something, then it could make sense. But if you're only one, then like I wouldn't get rid of it. Despite, you know, I think the time to sell a DS would be now. Going to like a cash converters or like any other like second-hand place that's not an op shop, and like the DS will be like. They'll be more expensive. I saw a 2DS that was more expensive than a Switch Lite. Like, it was a regular white-red 2DS doorstop. That was like $40 more expensive than a Switch Lite. How do you fit your DSi into a new home? It's just too big. If it's a DSi XL, I get it. If it's a regular DSi, then like, nah, tiny. I get to sending. You need to send your biometrics to Canada? Also, with DSi, you can just like get like a USB charger, and then it's like you would then have the joys of having a USB charger. You're not using it, and why not get like £40? That's like $80. That's actually a cheaper DS than what's down here. They're like 100. Actually, no, I think you can get a regular DSi for like 100. I've been playing too much Mission Man. I almost jumped off the bridge, especially because I'm playing standard Mario. Why did Green Tail go directly to the top? Oh, that's great, British. I know my currency symbols. You know how much that goes for that as an estimate. That's a pretty good estimate, provided. I mean, the Australian video game market is kind of screwed over. Thank God the fonts moved. I would have been toast. This card really, like, this card's like so just average that I have nothing to say about it. Like, yeah, it just kind of sucks in offer, and that's kind of all that's bad with it. Like, yeah, it's a bit slow. Actually, no, it's actually probably faster than the carts I normally use. Let's use my normal carts like standard dry bones. Uh-oh, I'm getting lag. You should buy new 3DS XLs and transfer all your stuff from your 2DS onto it. They're so expensive. Like, you probably, like, they're like $300-400 for some ridiculous reason. You can probably buy a secondhand Switch for less than a 3DS XL. Furf? You got Furf? I'm not doing short, and I also completely forgot about it. You're not really using a DSi, you're not particularly missing out. Hold the boxes. I mean, it's also depends on how long have you had the DSi for. Like, you only bought it in like 2020 or something from DS Hype. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense to, like, kind of, if you're done with it. But, like, yeah, if it's like a childhood DS, then, like, don't get rid of that. No, I got Donkey Kong. No, I didn't get Donkey Kong. He lived. Like a year or two ago. Yeah, okay. It was like, yeah, if you're like, oh, I had this since 2000 and blank. Then, like, yeah, don't get rid of that. That's a time capsule of your childhood. But, yeah. I mean, DS stock's going up. If the cash converters is to believe. I get all my stock insight from cash converters. Is there a blue shell? I hate the blue shells on Rainbow Road. I don't know how to dodge them. Anything remarkable about their perfectly average cart is just a cart. I mean, it is, control-wise, it's really fine. It does have kind of awful off-road. And that's all I've really got to say about it. Whoa. Mario owns 4 DS systems over the last 20 years and 1 GBA. I have so many DSs. Don't do that. Awareness. Well, you don't need to buy MKDS because your cousin has it. I mean, it's good to have your own copy. It means you can do time trials and not infringe on someone else's saves and like create your own emblem. Is an R4 cart worth it? Big time. It depends on how much you're spending on it. Like you can get them for like literally like. Sometimes if like AliExpress is having a sale, you can get them for literally like 10 cents. Do a max stat card next stream, you'll try and watch it. I may go through all the stat cards. The thing is, the max stat card sucks. Like, it's a lot better. I think it's like, will it be better than this thing? That's a good question. The problem is, it's got such a high drift because it got Peaches, or it's got like, yeah, I think it got like the Royale's drift or the Light Dancer's drift. So it's just like super like drifting. You spent 36 Aussies at Big W for an R4 cart. You could buy an R4 cart at Big W back in the day. On the topic of R4 carts, so I found out today, Mario's in last with the random cart. I found out today that, so a few weeks ago, someone sent me a video by that Nacho Productions guy about a thing called the DS Pico, which is a Nintendo DS flash cart with a Raspberry Pi Pico in it. Now, I don't really see many uses for it, apart from apparently it's better on battery and you can do some other cool things. Like I think he showed off using the DSi's camera as a webcam. But yeah, I thought they were going to be like close to like that $40 range. Like the Easy Flash Parallel was like $40, $50. Aussie coins these are, by the way, in case you haven't picked up on my accent. And but no, I went to like, if someone put on Reddit post, they'd be like, oh, you can buy these, oh, these are available on Amazon, and there are USB-C ones. I don't really care about USB-C. Oh, long dodge. But yeah, they're like $14. Like, should I buy the $14 Raspberry Pi Pico R4 cart? Because it's definitely not really worth it in terms of the YouTube money at the moment. I think I've made $14 this month, but I definitely won't make a short that's got $14 worth of value out of it, unless you do something really cool. But also, I won't really I won't be upset about having another R4 cart. I've only got 2 at the moment, and I kind of hate the second one. How long does the cart drift last? I have no idea. Probably around how many standard Peach or standard Waluigi's is. You don't think R4 carts are like actually illegal? I mean, R4 carts are, they're technically illegal, but no one's really enforcing it these days because the DS is no longer in production. You can buy them from like AliExpress. Don't buy them from like a reputable seller, buy them from like AliExpress. I suppose AliExpress is a more reputable seller than Amazon is though. You have like $10, that's like what, £5 or something at like the cheapest. Or like cheapest if you don't really want to bother looking. Like, you know, create a new AliExpress account, you can get like free postage and they'll give you like a 30%. I think I can probably get it cheaper than $36. Also, is it that goddamn like Big W marketplace thing that now every website has? There's a Bunnings marketplace, there's a Woolworths marketplace, there's a Big W marketplace, there's a Target marketplace. I'm getting angry. Yeah, no one's gonna care about you having an R4 cart. Who plays the bigger worries? Because like if they did what it like they cared about R4, they don't really care about the individual sellers. They care about the people selling it at the Queen Vic Market back in like 2007. They sold Pokemon Heart Gold with the Pokewalker in Japanese for 180 euro. Jesus Christ. Pokemon games are stupid in terms of their price. Your buddy took an R4 cart to the airport and he's still in jail. Rip. Right, that was only 30 seconds over average or PB? I think it's only 30 seconds above PB. Not gold, that's just not gold, PB. We don't care about R4 cards anymore, yeah. And honestly, if you just delete all the games, if you don't even include an SD card, it's like, oh, plausible deniability. Unless you got like an old R4 card, in which case just delete all the content off it except for the let's delete all the games off your R4 card, and that's like, yeah. But if you got like a 32 gig SD card, keep that. That's like a whopping like, how much is a 32 gig SD card? Like 10 bucks or something, if that. It's eBay moderation. Go on eBay, type in R4 cards, there will be things there. There will be warehouses selling R4 cards. And they'll say like, 20 sold, 1 available, buy now! Because they want to induce scarcity. 5 watched in the past 24 hours! You can probably sell a modded Switch on eBay and I probably wouldn't care. Actually, I don't think modded Switches are actually outlawed though, so... There's honestly a good commercial for Temu. I went to an onto Temu once, and I don't know why, but their search engine sucked. Like, I type in Nintendo DS R4 cart, and it just gave me a generic Game Boy game console, the same one, like 40 times. Maybe my ad blocker kicking in or something, but it's like... Yeah, I was like, this website is not working. So yeah, AliExpress is just better. If you want your cheap garbage from China, I think AliExpress is the better website. Otherwise you're stuck overpaying from getting cheap stuff from China from Amazon. Facebook Marketplace, honestly, amazing. The only reason I have a Facebook account in year of our Lord, 2026. Why did I say year of our Lord? Ames brought a capybara slap bracelet that was broken in 3 weeks. Did it have a tape measure inside? Isn't it a Lord the Egg 1? God, no, not me. Maybe other people. Those egg forever people. So I can't believe the year is only 21. Though I suppose no matter what Mario Kart I would choose, it would be the same year anyway. Pretty careful what year of our Lord, that's who you started by? 7-month Christian psychotic break. Wasn't there? Doesn't every slap break have a ruler inside? I think the correct word's actually a tape measure now, thinking about it. But I think, yeah. Nah, I think I've had one that was just a blank bit of metal. Probably destined to become a tape measure. Or was already a tape measure. I fell for it. What the heck? Oh, I fell off. Winner chicken breakfast? Time zones be like. Is the Banisher better or worse than the Hurricane? You made me miss my turn by reading that. That's a good question. Because the Banisher's slow as heck. But actually controllable. Whereas the Hurricane I just kind of hate. So the tape measure about the paint stuff. Yeah, probably. We might. Oop. Your brain went weird, became Christian. Interesting. Yeah, I never had religion pushed onto me. But I had enough religion, like, in my vicinity, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Science is cool. Who's my inspiration on YouTube? Me. The money. The fact I needed to put Mario Kart mods on. In fact, I wanted to put my Mario Kart mods on the internet in 2020. Whoa, Bullet Bill, hey. Please, I can beat it for this blue shell, right? Yes, I'm actually good at the game. You're fine with religion, it just doesn't click with me. You don't find any religion, yeah. Like, all the stories and things I can't really get, but provided you, like, take the good morals from it, then, like, I don't really care. Be a good person, that sounds epic. God knows I'm not. Which is the funniest sentence to say in this conversation. Look at me, I'm currently wasting 16 people's lives at the moment. Pastafarian. Yeah, remember that optimal bump by Wario? I didn't watch any Bill Nye. That's an epic dad. It's funny that, like, you know, science probably would have been like what I would have done if I was actually any good at And if I was any better at maths, I'd probably be doing more science rather than media. You write a book of your own beliefs. What does that mean? Oh, hail the virtual boy. Let me drift! How do we get talking about religion? I randomly brought up the fact I randomly said in the year of our Lord, referring to, I don't even remember what I was referring to with the year of our Lord. Do it? Whoa, sharp drifts. What a strange pair of things to say that science brought us. A 2005 racing game, and then the fictional product from the movie Cars, which I think was also 2005. That was a weird blue shell dodge for an MK. Mario Kart DS blue shell dodges are epic and cooler than the mushroom dodge, but I really understand why they don't exist anymore. I always hate people that are just, I don't hate them. I always get confused by people just like, oh, they should really bring back Snake. I'm like, no, they shouldn't. Like, I should do it as a poll, actually. That'd be a good poll. Should Nintendo bring back snaking? And who's to say it just never left, it just got nerfed to heck. Doesn't know what cartoons are, he thinks he's a Brawl Star character. Oh. Do you think snaking technically works in World, it's just really small? Yeah, I think with like World, because it's like all that like that trick and stuff, it's like it doesn't really, you're not really on the flat ground enough to actually for it to become beneficial. And technically, I think snaking has existed in like every Mario Kart game except like both Mario Kart 8s, apart from just within very specific circumstances. Like I said, the off-road of this thing is not great, and it's kind of like the only flaw of it. Like, even if it was like a Cucumber off-road or a Rob BLS off-road, I probably wouldn't complain. The fact you lose your drift in it is kind of the worst part. For all cartoon. Or I probably just saw like the character and was like, oh, that's a character from Brawl Stars, instead of being like, oh, that's the character from SpongeBob. Think you should find your DS at some point? Hell yeah. I mean, I wonder if just like, would younger kids of today now just kind of just call any moving image a video? Rather than having like big subcategories like shows and TV shows and movies and cartoons and animations. because now just everything's a YouTube video essentially. No, oh, it was a fib anyway. I mean that they call Earth a video. Whoa, my eyes are experiencing a video. You once started to wonder if kids would consider cameras a part of their family like they would consider dogs part of their family. That is way too boomer comic. I would hope not, would be my answer. Whoa, draft. My ears are experiencing like the most current song right now, and it's just the wind. Why are we getting so many blue shells? Whoa, bounce. More of a criticism of family vlog channels than phone bad. Yeah, but a majority of I don't know. I don't experience family vlog channels because you know I actually like watching my videos. I actually like experiencing content on the internet about being scared. Ow. This thing doesn't have the greatest mud control. That's one of the stupidest sentences I've read. You. Am I the only one who got used to Mario Kart DS drifting immediately? I don't know. It took me a bit to get used to it. I mean, there's something about, like, you know, getting used to how to drift in Mario Kart DS versus doing it well. Took you a few years to figure out drifted. Oh, yes, the supers took the, what's it called? The shell. Gotta love them, non-deterministic swoopers. You were playing Mario Kart DS when you were 4? Oh yeah, I forgot about Fish. Look at him. We love Fish. I'll still be focused on making sure I got the correct item boxes in a versus race. Mission mode has tainted me. Ow. Fish spot free! Whoa! I love how I've completely hijacked, well, not hijacked. I love how I've completely just, like, stolen Abel's joke and rehashed it for my community. In the most lazy way possible. Oop, corner. I started playing video games late. I didn't have video games as a child. My mum was against video games, but it made sense because she was a teacher. She experienced the worst in children being addicted to video games. Like, this is compared to my best run. Yeah. Like my other like video games are more of like internet games like Pop Tropica and like Minecraft, Roblox. Glory Day Roblox, that is. None of this garbage nowadays. God, I love natural disaster survival. I'm so good at this game, guys. Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite? Hell yeah. That shortcut is so free. I wonder if I can do that in the Sad Bomber. With its tyrant number of mini frames. Mini frames? Mini turbo frames. How to drink over clicking a button, then clicking a button and wiggling. Oh no. Did that Bruce steal anything from me? How did you go from clicking a button, then clicking a button and wiggling the D-pad back to clicking a button? Because I was always wiggling the D-pad. Except in Super Circuit. I don't think Super Circuit had wiggling. I think Super Circuit actually had Mario Kart Wii style of drifting. It was just really hard. May I ask how to kart is mod? You haven't played the game probably a decade minimum. I used Mario Kart Toolbox and a separate program that requires Mario Kart Toolbox. It's called like, it's like kart slot data editor or something like that. It's on DS Hacks. It's in the tools section. But I think you can also just use old Toolbox as well. I just needed the, I needed specifically the editor in order to do the batch editing I was doing. And the specific values that also gave me access to as well, so. You also just need old Toolbox. Or Mario Kart Toolbox. The not new version. Assembly goods IRL, well, the first thing you'll do, he'll be hunted for sports. Neither your parents are gamer, your sister mobile gamer, Nintendo boy and a PDC gamer. I mean, I'm like, you know, my mum and dad aren't gamers at all. But I think my parents are also on the older side of things, so. Yeah. They're just not gamers. They had other interests. They have other interests. The typo PC. I gathered that. It was just funny to it's always funny to read out people's typos. So mean though. How did that... Real slog to the finish. Where's the last red shell? 105.05. Ah, my wrist. Snaking's hard. Get them on the stream. No. They did watch my run at Oz Speedrun. Oh, now we're dropping frames. Why? Why has that been my ping chart for like the past like 5 minutes? Well, I'll happily take dropping frames after this run. See, the person was asking why was this stream 720p, that's exactly why. Imagine if that was on 1080p, wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay, I'm just gonna get up the 32 track comparison. this window, then Control V. Did that just open it? No, it does a Google search. So it's a 105.05. It makes it slightly worse than the regular standard Mario. That is honestly hilarious. There it is, average stats at 105.05. This is not the greatest background. Is this background on point? It is on point. Damn. I really need a better way to showcase this data because it's currently not great. Especially when the bitrate is dying. Sorry guys, yes, but my biological and adopted families are cooler than all of yours. It's MKDS, we don't need high image quality. Yeah. The carts cover the chart. Nah, it's actually the other way around. It just makes the numbers really hard to read, but the numbers are indeed above the carts. The chart's behind the cart though. Yeah, how do I make this better? Oh. Well, I just make it like, I can't make it, oh, I can make it bold. How's that? Does that make it better? Why'd the car get bigger between those two? Because they're both standard cards. The internet still also isn't really improving. Like, let me get an image of the Discord ping chart. Apparently, it's also coming from Sydney, so who knows why. Downloads, just call it. Yeah, that's a good name. You know, it's a good name. It starts with an apostrophe. I mean, not an apostrophe, a semicolon. Like, look at that ping chart. Why is it doing that? Like, Australian internet, it is truly something. Why do I have an email saying my iCloud storage is full? How did my iCloud storage get full? I haven't used an iPhone in like 6 years! I kind of music poorly repeats. I should probably fix that, but problem for later. This screen. Let's see what the point distribution is. Waluigi with a 222. What's Wario on? Wario with the random card got 56 points. Boo. No ties. Damn. Getting unlucky. Everyone now's been like, whoa. Is that card in the background, that one? So yeah, anyway, I think I may need to end the stream there because I don't think the internet's good. Or is the internet, I mean, the Discord ping chart's calmed down, but I don't really feel like playing with the Sadliner or the, I know, not Sadliner, the Sad Bomber or the Best Egg, because like it'll still take me like an hour and that'll lead me to like 12:30. Why did you got 4 2s? Pity it's not CPU 2. You know how Drybone's render is clearly not rendered like everyone else? Really? I kind of see what you're coming from, but also not at the same time. Also, do you like how on the bomb screen it only shows HYPHENHO, and then on the top screen it says the entire hyphen Hoik? What's going on with Peach's face? It's so bright. We love reusing assets. Everyone's saying from Double Dash by Drones is clearly nice pixel art. You can tell by the funky colors and everyone else. Yeah, like, oh, so how like everyone else kind of has more like color bands, whereas Drybones has more differing. Is that what you're saying? Let's expand. I mean, like you see, like DK's got like Mario's hat. Look at those color bands. I don't know how well it's appearing on stream because you know, 720p 2K bitrate. But Drybones, you can see it's more like differed. But you got like differing on DK's like. I really don't know how to interpret this take. But anyway. Oh, that was bad clip. Anyway, that's the stream. Thanks for tuning in. And I now have information for a short. It may be the short on Mario Kart DS, but I gave the card the most average stats. And it did slightly worse than the average stat card. That's crazy.